playoff rankings of the season were revealed yesterday. I watched the entire special last night, and Heather and Paul are here to break it all down. Now, here's what it looks like. It's a lot of information on your page. Let me explain what you're looking at. If you look at the left side of your screen, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama. They're the top four. They would get first-round byes if it all ended now. Georgia, Ole Miss, BYU, Texas Tech, the next four seeds. They would each host first-round games in their home stadiums. Oregon is 9. They would go to Texas Tech. Notre Dame is 10. They would go to BYU. Virginia is ranked 14th, but as the highest-ranked ACC team, they would sneak in. Memphis would get in as well as the highest-ranked Group of 5 team. So at the moment, the top two teams on the outside looking in are Texas and Oklahoma. Did that clear it up? Obviously not. It's impossible to keep up with it all, which is why we have Heather and Paul with us this morning. So let's start, Paul, with there's always gripes when these things come out. Greg McElroy was very complimentary of the committee yesterday. Were you? Did you have any main issue with what was revealed last night?
I don't have a lot, Greeny, because let's remember, this is week one, and by the end of it, it doesn't matter a whole lot. But I do have one, if I could share that, and that's Texas A&M. In many ways, I think they probably have the best resume in the country. The metrics favor them. I get Ohio State. The eye test has been superb for them, and I also understand Indiana has looked good in every game, and they had that Oregon win. But to me, what A&M has had to do is a lot more accomplished than Indiana. A&M has gone to Notre Dame and beaten a really good team there. They've gone on the road and beaten other teams. To me, they should be number 2. Now, okay, sue me if you're Indiana.
Yeah, look, I mean, and a win at Notre Dame right now is looking like it might be the best win of the season so far that any of these teams has. So I'm completely with you. If you know me, you know. There's no two words I hate in the world more than eye test. So we'll have that conversation another time. Meanwhile, so Heather, you're there yesterday, and you are our college football playoff expert. Give us the top 3 things that the fans who didn't watch the special last night should know about the first signals that this committee sent last night.
Greeny, the most glaring takeaway was that the ACC is looking like a one-bid league. You have to go all the way down to number 14 to find Virginia, which means they're probably going to backdoor their way into this field for the second straight year with their conference champion being guaranteed a spot. The ACC runner-up could be in a real predicament. And then I think the next big takeaway would be that Notre Dame has one job: don't screw it up. At number 10, they are in a safe spot, assuming they run the table. Notre Dame should be in this thing with 2 losses in spite of that 0-2 start, because the selection committee rewarded them for how they look and nullified, essentially, the head-to-head loss to Miami, which is number 18. That is a huge gap between the Irish and the team they lost to. And then finally, when you look at this bracket, you see the SEC in great shape with 4 teams at the top there that should be locks, but don't count out the possibility of a 5th team sneaking into this. Texas and Oklahoma right there are right on the bubble. Texas has a chance to play Georgia. This thing could still get even wider in terms of the SEC's playoff participation.
Both of those teams still have huge opportunities coming up to bolster their resumes. Texas and Oklahoma both do. This thing always comes down at the end of the day, Paul, you know, to who's going to get more bids, the Big Ten or the SEC, the big dogs of college football as we currently know it. Which do you think is better set up right now to get more teams in the end? Do you think it'll be the SEC or the Big Ten?
I do think it will be the SEC. Now, last year the Big Ten did, and there was a lot of griping, and you know all that, Greeny. But to me, this year the SEC is just so much deeper, as you heard Heather explain what even Texas and Oklahoma have left. The Big Ten has been hurt badly by, guess who? Penn State. But Texas and Oklahoma both have monster games on the same day. Texas is at Georgia, Oklahoma is at Alabama, and then they will play each other on the final Saturday. So they both need to grab a win somewhere on the road that would really help their chances immensely.
And then, having watched it last night, Heather, I know there are still 2 Big Ten teams that are a ways down in the standings, but on some level might control their own destinies as well.
Absolutely. People should not forget about USC and Michigan. Michigan's problem is that it lost to USC. But look at USC with road losses to Illinois and Notre Dame by a combined 12 points. If USC can go on the road this month and win at Oregon, you can very easily flip that script between the Ducks and the Trojans. But Michigan, with the loss to USC and the loss to Oklahoma, think about this. If they run the table and they beat the selection committee's #1 team, Ohio State, which has never been done before, then you're looking at a 10-2 Michigan team that has a pretty darn good resume and a case to be included as well.
Heather and Paul, outstanding. We'll have more from you guys in the next hour. Such an incredibly busy night.
You want this, you got that.